I think the last question here is going to be is what should players be doing before and after a showcase to maximize it? And I'll kind of touch before I let you speak on this one. I think you should make a list of 5 pros and 5 cons, right? 5 cons could be I struck out twice, I hated the campus, or the coaching staff wasn't for me, right? And then the 5 pros could be I really like the size of the school, or the coaching staff was great, like really hands on, something I'm looking for, and maybe I hit a home run or a double. Like, make the pros and cons after them. And it doesn't matter who you talk to, but talk to somebody involved in the game of baseball, whether travel coach, high school coach, maybe even a buddy of yours that's a player that's playing at a school or in college or pro ball or whatever. Like, get their take on it, because they might know something that you don't know. Or, hey, that coach just got hired there and that guy's a great guy and he's trying to build something up from the ground up and take a bunch of high school kids. Or let's just say on the cons end, that guy hasn't had a good past and doesn't really develop kids and doesn't really put the time and effort to be involved with the kids' lives after college, right? Like you said it the other day when we were talking about it, and you go to the Eastern alumni thing, like just cool to catch up with buddies. Like, you play with these kids for 4 years, so why wouldn't you want to continue that friendship post college? Hey, and look forward to like, hey, I want to go to an alumni event, or hey, I want to go to the golf tournament each year.
Yeah, and to go off that, I think like the before thing is it's just like a game, right? It's did I prepare properly? Did I do my research on the school, right? On the coach, like you said, the coach, the players, what they're looking for, the field, the campus, if I fit, anything like that. That's the type of stuff I'm doing. And I don't even think you touch anything on like your athletic ability to do stuff before camps. It's truly you do your vision on, is this a fit for me? Or is the coach the one I want to play for 4 years? I want to sign essentially your rights away for 4 years to go play for that coach. Do you want to pay that much money out of pocket to go to that school? Or C, is that field you want to play on for 4 years? Just like you touched on with Eastern, like they got a brand new field. When I played there, that field was woof. But we had a stadium and it was the coolest thing ever, right? So I was okay with it, balancing out that the field wasn't great, but the stadium was cool because it was packed every time we played, right? Then you have talk about majors. Do they have your major? And I'll say this, if you are stuck on a major, like, hey, I want to be an engineer and that school doesn't have an engineering program, don't waste your time doing it, because don't, I wouldn't say don't change, but don't change your vision just to fit something else. Because again, we go back to it, it might not be the right fit. So for that, the beforehand, I don't really think about anything about athletic ability. It's truly all the stuff about the information about the school. And then that backside of when the event's over, it's, did I shake the coach's hand? Did I get enough time to talk to him? Did I get what I wanted out of it? Right. So maybe what you wanted out of it was you got a feel for what the coach is like, what the players are like, because you got to talk to the players, how they run things and what their ideologies are. It's, hey, we only hit home runs and try to punch out 100 times pitching, right? Or, hey, we pride ourselves on defense. We're a contact team and we are a sinker ball changeup team, right? You got, if you got, if you sat down at the end of the event and you got all that information that you were looking for, the event was a success. And I think truly there's a lost art in shaking the coach's hand, introducing yourself and staring them in the face because of technology and all the stuff and everything, the way we've been brought up. But if at the end of the day, you do your post, it's just like a game. You do your post game research on, you can look back on videos, because a lot of the schools, what they do is they set up a camera, they'll give you your data, and then they'll record your at bats and they can give it to you for an extra charge or whatever. But if you got that information and you went and looked at it and you're like, okay, you picked the things that you did good and you picked the things that you did bad to build on, right? You don't want to go out of an event just going, oh, I was great. You went over 4 punch outs. How were you? Great, right? Or I didn't even talk to the head coach. I didn't ask a single question. I sat there, right? I sat at the corner of the bench and didn't meet anyone, right? Baseball is all about relationships and building for the future. And you brought up the alumni event. Like every single teammate that I played for, I love and I die for, because I got to build relationships with them. I'm not saying you will do that at events, but if you can pick out, say, I'm playing for for an AU team A and you're playing for AU team B, but we become friends, you can track that over the summer, right? And see where they go and see how that goes. And you can build relationship. There's so many variables positives that you can get out of these camps. But if you don't do a post camp analysis, you're just wasting your time because you're not getting better or you're not building anything for the future.